right now. What time is it actually? Hold on. 59. We'll wait just till it hits time.
Is that air? Is that fan closed out there? Okay. All right. Let's get ready to roll here. Remember, we have an intro and then Cruz. We're gonna start with you. Go nice and slow, okay? All right, everybody. Let's do this thing. All right. Go ahead, give him the countdown, Kurt.
Going to intro in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Intro is going.
Open up Formula 2. There it is. Not yet, Cruz. Hang out for just a second, okay?
Cruz coming to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up?
Cruz, you're going.
Welcome. AVP presents Up for Discussion, an AVP Super Bowl special. I'm Caden,
Nice shot,
Alexander,
Cruz.
and Noah. This isn't normally what
Nice
we do.
job.
We usually talk about more serious things, but with the
Caden,
Super
we
Bowl
could be a
coming
little
up
bit
this
smoother
Sunday,
with that music
we
fade
want
out.
to
It went a little
talk
quick,
about
so
something
just
a
for
little bit
future
more
reference.
fun and relax about it.
But before we talk about football, I'd like to let you know to tune in next Friday, February 18th at 10 a.m.
Nice job.
for a glimpse at the 2022 senior films.
Very
We
smooth,
talk
very
with the student
smooth.
filmmakers and see first looks at each film. The 2022 Senior Film Fest pre-show live on Facebook and YouTube next Friday at 10 a.m. We hope you tune in. And now let's talk about the Bengals and Rams.
I think we all can be a little bit shocked that it's the Bengals and the
Camera
Rams
3,
playing
you're live.
the Super Bowl against each other. I mean, in the beginning of the season, no one really would have predicted that the Bengals would be in this spot today. Same with the Rams. No one really knew what Matthew Stafford was going to come onto the Rams and do. No one knew. No one really knew what he was made of because, I mean, he played for Detroit. You can't really be, you know what I mean? But he came on. He took the challenge. He got Cooper Kupp the ball, which apparently is a good thing, and they earned their way here, and that goes for the same with the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow got Jamar Chase the ball, and they're playing for a Super Bowl.
I mean, the Bengals have made a really,
Camera 1, you're
really
live.
huge
Landon, if you
transformation
want to
in the
zoom in
last
on
couple
Xander
years.
now.
3 years ago they were, or 2 years ago rather, they were 2-14,
Focus up.
and they were worse than the league, and there was no
Nice
hope
job.
for them.
Good
And then
comms,
they took
everybody.
Joe
Everybody's
Burrow,
doing great.
but then last year they were still not very
Riley,
great.
can we bring up where it says
and
audio
they-
mixer
and then
really
Joe Burrow
quick,
got
just so I
hurt.
can just double
And
check
then this
that?
year, nobody really expected anything out of them. Everybody was, clowning
All
on
right, we're
them
good. We
for
can get out of that.
drafting a
I
wide
don't have the
receiver
screen
rather
pulled up.
than a
Do
lineman.
you,
But I
you
think
just
it's
listen
really
to the
worked out
loud
in
and
their favor
everything,
getting
see how
Joe
it
Burrow,
sounded good
a
out
true
there.
number one
Perfect.
receiver, and not
Just
only
make sure, I
that,
just wanted to make
but
sure we're
a
not,
true wide
you know,
receiver that he has experience with.
over PK.
Like Jamar Chase, they go all the way back
Cruz,
to
you're live.
to college. Like, they won a national championship together. Their chemistry is there. Like, they know each
12
other,
live
they know how they
viewers.
play. And that definitely
Not bad,
played a
not
really
bad.
big role in their season this year.
And back to what you were saying about Joe Burrow
Perfect.
coming off that injury and
Camera 3, you're
dominating
live.
this year, competing
Nice
with the
shot.
top
Can we bring up
quarterbacks in the
Xander's
league this
graphic?
year, and then winning last night the well-deserved comeback player of the
Nice
year.
job. Good framing.
I mean,
It looks
that's-
great, guys.
That's impressive as it is. I mean, spending all off season, spending the rest of the season when he got hurt, going to physical
Perfect.
therapy, all that stuff. I mean, that's draining mentally and physically. And to come back and to play high
peak
quality,
is 13
top
so far,
football
so
against some of the best
pretty
football players
good.
in the
I
world.
don't know how many we have on YouTube
Win.
at the moment, but
And
we'll look later.
That's impressive as it is. I mean,
And Joe Burrow winning comeback
Camera
player
1,
of
you're
the
live.
year is the last night at the NFL Honors was great, but also Jamar Chase in his first season, not only making a Super Bowl but also winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, and he's just been, him and Joe Burrow have been they've taken the lead by storm this year.
Oh, yeah. Like, the Rams and the Bengals
Camera
go
4, live.
against each other. Their quarterbacks.
Okay, so we're not
are
seeing
very
a live on
different
YouTube,
play
Landon
styles.
says.
Joe Burrow likes to
Um,
run around and find openings while Matthew Stafford
Okay,
sits in the
well-
pocket and waits for an opening. And I just think it'll be kind of cool to see
It's
those
just
two go
both,
against each other and
or
see
it's
what
just
players
only an
style works out
AVP.
better.
This is the
Yeah,
YouTube channel.
100%, because I mean, they both have the assets.
Camera
I mean,
3, you're live.
Joe Burrow's got Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. Matthew Stafford's got Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, OBJ, and all. I mean, they both have the solid
Remember, we
offenses
do have to
and
do
targets
that
and offense,
commercial
and then they both
between
have
the
the running
I know you
backs.
said you have a
The
timer
Bengals have
set,
Joe
so
Mixon, and the Rams
I'll be
have
right back. I'm
Cam
going to try to
Akers.
figure out the YouTube
But
issue.
it's very, they're
got
both
this.
very solid on offense. And I think what the Super Bowl is going to come down to is the defense, because the Rams have that little bit of an edge over the Bengals with the defense. And we've seen that the Bengals offensive line tends to struggle.
Yeah.
And with Aaron Darnold, Von Miller, and all those guys on that defensive line are going to make it a struggle for the Bengals. But like you said, Joe Burrow can get out of the pocket and find openings and hit his receivers. So we'll really have to see how that plays out and what effect it'll take on the game.
Yeah, and with the Bengals,
Camera 4, you're live.
like you said back to them, nobody expected this. Like, they have a chance against the Rams, obviously. They made it this far. Any team making it to the Super Bowl has a chance. But I don't think anybody really expected them to beat the top seed in the playoffs. And that's kind of like what gave everybody like, wow, the Bengals, they have hope they can make it. And a lot of people thought the Chiefs were going to beat them as well, but they came through with that overtime, like, field goal kick. And it's kind of crazy that they got a rookie field goal kicker.
17 at what you said?
He's the reason they won a lot of their games.
Yeah. And going back to the offensive line,
Camera 1, you're live.
Joe Burrow against the Titans, these playoffs, he was
Doing
sacked
great.
9 times in that game, and they still found a way to win. But that was off, you know.
You guys got about
some
30
people
seconds
would call
before we
it
go
kind
into
of
the first
lucky
commercial.
that, you know, Ryan Tannehill throwing an interception.
Let's not rush it. You know,
yeah.
if we can get a smooth
I
transition,
feel
we'll
like
do a smooth
luck
transition.
is
If not,
something you need.
can we watch the mic
in
levels?
terms
We're
of,
peaking just a little bit.
In terms of being a winning playoff team, luck is something that definitely
Just
needs
a
to be on
hair
your
lower
side.
on everything. I
And
think.
with that point, we're going to transition to commercial break. We'll talk more after the commercial break.
No, a senior.
This is our senior promo. Senior film promo. Somebody? Anybody? Pre-show promo?
We also, before we go to commercial, we'd like to remind you to tune in next Friday, February 18th at 10 a.m. for a glimpse at the 2022 senior films. We talk with the student filmmakers and we'll see first looks at each film. The 2022 Senior Film Fest pre-show live on Facebook and YouTube next Friday at 10 a.m. We hope you tune in.
All right. And Mike's out. Yeah.
Welcome
No music. Yep. Good job. Good
There's
job.
a lot you learn in this class.
All right, we are in commercial. We got about 2 minutes.
Every day
Remember, this
starts
commercial
the same
cuts
with
off,
daily
and then it's
check-ins
just
with
like
Mr.
straight black.
Then
So we just have to be ready for that cut off.
Sometimes check-ins can be really funny. People get pretty animated.
Projects
All right,
aren't
everybody
hard.
is doing
Most
a
of the
great
time we
job.
get those
Everything's
projects
going
on
well.
stuff
We got
to
some
learn,
good
so we
viewership.
understand the
We
material.
peaked at 17
you know,
so far.
Get familiar with the Lumixes. They're super high quality. Same with our broadcast equipment. We've got this red camera,
Sorry,
and
that's
I
all
just
right.
remember
We're still
the
getting
first time I
viewers,
saw
so
it, I would not stop mentioning it to my family. Do you know AVP has a red camera?
that's all right.
We get our own booth where we do all our editing. We use softwares like Adobe Audition, Adobe Premiere, GarageBand, the
Yes.
works.
We do broadcast every other week. It's a little stressful, but it taught us to work as a team, I think. You're really like a family in here. You watch people grow.
Hey, talent, how you guys doing out
Everyone in
there?
this class is so different, but
Good?
with what we do, we
Camera
really learn
operators,
to get
y'all
along
doing
and
good?
branch out.
Cruz is doing
And we do
good?
things we never
Cool.
thought we'd do.
All right,
We're
good
always
job, guys.
excited for the next project.
Camera operators, if any of you need a break at any point, Michael's out there, and he can swap with you for a couple minutes if you do need a break. But just make sure you do it at a convenient time, okay?
Cinematography and all that. So, other than that, I just really felt like I would have fun here. So, that was the choice.
Both seasons good. I really enjoy it. It gives me a lot of time.
I can't like. It just looks so different.
Just come here, relax, do what I like to do.
Yeah,
Just go about on
that's a process, man. I can't imagine.
It only takes like a year, year and a half.
Really, your hair grows fast.
being able to
Plus, it's a lot of like oils
on my own podcast.
Okay. Yeah,
Being able to
that's true.
edit
Smart,
videos
smart.
very smoothly without any rough cuts.
We're getting towards the end of the commercial break here, guys.
I haven't been in AVP too long, but if I had to
So
pick
be ready to
one
come
word
back.
to
Cruz, we're
describe
gonna
the
start
class,
with you,
it would be
okay? Nice and
informative.
smooth.
Engaging. So much fun.
Okay, Cruz, coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Nice and slow.
Welcome back to AVP's Up for Discussion, a Super Bowl special.
Nice job on the
We're right
mics.
back into football. This is the second year in a row that the
Nice
Super
job,
Bowl
Cruz.
has been played at a home stadium.
Just
with
hang
one
out
of the
there for a second,
contestants.
Cruz.
Like last year was the first time ever that it was played at a home field with the Buccaneers, and now this year it's being played in LA at SoFi Stadium with the Rams.
And that's a good point, but
Camera 3, you're live.
with the Bengals, they've, and being a low
Nice
seed
shot, Cruz. Thank you.
in this offseason or in this postseason, they have shown that they can win on the road.
Landon, dare I say
they
it?
Can go one of,
Can you do a nice, slow and controlled zoom?
Be down 3 or 4 touchdowns and come back and win the game. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't think
could have been a little bit slower, but that's pretty good.
That's right. To the Bengals.
I know that controller's a little finicky, so
postseason that they can win.
he's got the rocker thing on his camera, so that's why I feel comfortable letting him do that. Once we get them for all the cameras,
they're all very young. There's only one concurrent player.
Camera 4, you're live.
Has the Super Bowl experience. So
we're hanging out steady at about 15 viewers, so that's pretty good.
Have gone to a Super Bowl. I mean, national championship together. That doesn't compare
Check
to
our Instagram.
like a nationwide Super Bowl.
Yeah, I definitely think it helps, but it doesn't compare.
Camera 3, you're live.
Because these football players, they spend their, once they decide football is what they want to do, they spend their entire, all their free time, all their life is to put on that ring. So just to be in this situation in Jamar Chase's rookie year, Joe Burrow's second year, and be in this position to go and win and put that ring on is what.
So what do we have left here? We have our second commercial break. We have to do. We have to get in. And then B block. Yep.
You say that.
So this is still technically A block, correct?
Only
Camera 1, you're
one
live.
person on the
Then if you want to send back in on
Bengals
that,
have
do.
been in a Super Bowl before, but this is Matthew Stafford's. Also Matthew Stafford's first Super Bowl.
Just check your. Yep, you got it. Never mind.
Like Xander said earlier,
But you guys are doing
good. He just kind of
Everybody's
suffered in
doing great.
Detroit because Detroit has just historically not been very great. And in 1 year with the Rams, he's been able to take them to a Super Bowl. I mean, obviously he has targets, but and that helps him out. But if you have good targets, but you don't have a really good quarterback to throw the ball to them, then you're not really going to win very many games.
Right. And with Matthew Stafford having Cooper Kupp,
that's all right.
He kind of had that same little relationship with Calvin Johnson back in Detroit.
That's going to happen every once in a while.
Him
so
and Calvin Johnson put up crazy numbers, but so did him and Cooper Kupp.
It's hard because if I do like an hour loop, the files are massive and it takes forever.
So I mean, it shows that Matthew Stafford is a good quarterback, and he always has been. He's just kind of been drowned by the people around him, and he really hasn't been able to show that. And to come into a brand new team your first year and take them to a Super Bowl with a brand new group of guys, and to do that, I mean, that's impressive itself.
Yeah.
Not only what Joe Burrow did, but it's also just, you have to kind of like, it's equally impressive what both of them have done.
17 again.
With Joe Burrow being so young and taking the Bengals to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then Matthew Stafford coming in and doing it in 1 year. I mean, that's impressive itself.
Oh, 20. Look at you
both
guys.
Very deserving quarterbacks, and I think because, I mean, obviously, unless you're a Bengals fan or a Rams fan, you're
we can
not
keep
really
up this
going to
viewership
be that
consistently. This is
unhappy
pretty
with the
impressive.
result, because it would be
There's
nice
2
to see
broadcasts in a
Matthew
row. You
Stafford,
guys have
who's
gotten
been
fantastic
so long,
numbers.
He spent so long in Detroit, and
That's just Facebook, yes.
Didn't get to show
our
his
YouTube
stuff.
stream isn't
And then
working
Joe
for
Burrow
whatever
is
reason,
obviously a
so
rookie who
I don't know what's going on there.
got, had
It worked this
a
morning when we
really bad
tested, but
injury
it's
that
not
took him
working
out
now.
for the rest
So
of the season, last season. So it'd be nice to see.
I don't
both of
know.
them
Can you see how many?
perform.
You
Obviously, only one of them can win, which it's
Oh,
gonna
hi,
be great
hi,
seeing one of
Instagram.
them
How's it
lose,
going?
but it's also going to be sad seeing one of them.
5. Okay, yeah. So we're like 25.
I get that. And I think what I'm most excited to see is they have some of the best.
And we don't know how many other classes are
I mean, from last
watching
night's
right now.
NFL honors, I mean,
21.
I think 4 different people from each, like,
We'll say
between the
26.
two teams were picked for something. So it's like impressive to see. Like I think I'm most excited to see the Jalen Ramsey, Jamar Chase matchup, because I think like
before
I
we
said
switched
before,
to A
that
block
defense
or
is
B
where
block.
the
Excuse me.
Rams
Yeah.
are going to get their edge.
You knew what you were
And if
doing.
they can slow down
You got
Jamar
it.
Chase and make Joe Burrow and pressure Joe Burrow to have him to get out of the pocket, and Jamar Chase not be open and have to look at other options. I mean, that's gonna play a big role. Now, don't get me wrong, he will find his other options 100%. I have no doubt in my mind. But if they can lock up those options, then it might make him crack under the pressure a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
And going back on talking about how
Cruz, you're live?
like proves your skill. OBJ,
Doing good, Buck.
he was
Doing
on the
good,
Browns,
everybody.
and he gets traded to the Rams, and he just shows everybody what he really had.
I agree, and I think I think Baker
Camera three, back to you.
Mayfield had the whole league and everyone that watched football convinced that OBJ was washed. He was no good. But he comes in with a talented quarterback, a great coaching staff, and shows that everyone that he's not done. He's coming for a Super Bowl, and he's going to play his heart out to win it. And I think every player on these teams are going to play their heart out to win it because they're each in a situation where it's like
for the next show that we do,
we haven't really seen
obviously, like it would be different for this show, but I think when we're talking about stuff like this, it'd be helpful if we had some graphics and stuff like that that we could throw up on the screen, not just like their names, but like right when they're talking stats, maybe we have stats up on the screen or something like that, or pictures of each person or something.
Now, like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
But something to think about going forward.
Boring Super Bowls. It's Patriots
We're at
made it
24
again, Tom Brady goes
on
to
Facebook.
Buccaneers made it, of course. But now it's two very
I can't tell.
up and coming,
The light's too bright.
hungry teams that are ready to
We'll say like 5.
raise out
So,
the trophy.
so we're at 29 right
This
now.
is where if the Bengals get this
Camera
win,
three, live.
even if they don't, this is where they start their franchise. This is where
Nice
they
job,
start.
everybody.
This
Everybody's
is where
doing
they become
great.
a top team in the league with all this talent they have. Chase. Win or lose, I think this is an ultimate win for the Bengals because of
We're
what it's
doing
going to
pretty
do
good.
down the road. It's going to put some respect on the name. People are going to understand that the Bengals are competitors, and same with the Rams. The Rams have always kind of been that. Like,
We're 24 on Facebook currently,
but now,
so
win or lose, they're
we
going
got
to show that
31.
they have the talent.
What?
And they're going to show that they're the real deal, and they can
Oh,
compete.
yeah, you're right. My bad. Math.
Like you said, at the Bengals,
Camera 4, you're live.
even if they lose,
Is that what,
it's still, like,
22?
I'm excited
Watch
to
the
see,
mics, please.
like, what they can do next year, like how they can, if they're gonna come out of the Super Bowl and then start next season, like, just as strong as they were this season at the end of it. And it kind of raises my hopes to see what they
Okay,
can do.
Noah, after Caden comes in, after they get this point across, I want you to go into
Let's
this.
talk about the defenses a little
We
bit.
got a comment about good debate, guys. It's not even one side, even though you all probably want the same team to win. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I think what they're saying is that it appears that we're unbiased, which is good. That's the goal.
I think
Noah, after Xander gets this out, I want you to go into this in your head. Give me a head nod if you understand.
if the game gets close, and the Bengals defense will step up and get a stop, and get a big stop. And it's going to be
Very subtle. Very subtle.
You don't really know what to say. Rams are going to blow out. Bengals are going to blow out. So nobody really knows who's going to win. So it's going to be exciting to watch.
Very subtle.
Obviously, as a Bengals fan, I'm hoping.
Remember, Caden Squared, when we do that read for the pre-show next week, we can have music up lightly underneath, okay? I'll cue you in for that one, but...
I mean, the NFL.com will
Everyone, you're live.
No, I'm saying for the read, for the promo.
5% difference.
The promos that we've been doing for the pre-show?
But it's not like nobody can really predict it, and the people that wanna, it's very balanced. The nobody really is like you said, nobody is saying all the Bengals are gonna blow them out, all the Rams are gonna blow them out. It's going to be, I hope, at least as a
Close out,
spectator, I hope it's
we
gonna
just
be
need to
very
do
close.
like a nice
But
movement
I think
before we
it
take
will
it
be.
into
I
that
think definitely
into
will.
that app.
I'm gonna have
I think both teams are very talented, and I think like because after the
I mean, I
Bills
just
Chiefs
figure
game,
whenever we have the
and then
opportunity
how
to
everything happened
use
there,
that.
the Bills
Yeah,
really
exactly.
proved themselves that they're competitors and they're hungry, and I think the Bengals did the same in the Chiefs game where they were down 3-21 in Arrowhead. They had just they were just not looking very good, and then they somehow found a way to crawl back and win the game, despite
Yeah, a comment that said Tom Brady suffer not.
And I think that's like
Yeah, great video, guys. Proud of you, Noah. Noah got a shout out.
being able to go in there, pull out a win, get the stops really easy.
Alright, we want to start wrapping this
Slow
point
down
up.
Patrick Mahomes. Mind you, defense and offense played like garbage. So, but to be able to do that, whether they play like garbage or not, and come out with a win is impressive. Is impressive itself. But
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm excited to see
Before you
how
live.
this game plays out. But with that being said, We have another commercial, and we'll see you right afterwards.
Noah, senior ad.
Go to Noah for the pre-show promo.
But before we go to commercial break,
Music up lightly.
once again to tune in next Friday, February 18th, 10 a.m. for a glimpse of the 2022
A little lower.
senior films. We'll talk with the student filmmakers and see first glimpses of each film. The 2022 Senior Film Festival pre-show,
Make sure
live
you
on
bring it up to your
Facebook
team.
and YouTube next Friday at 10 a.m. We hope you tune in.
Okay, music out slow. Could go slower. Alright, and we're in commercial.
In commercial.
Well, just go very, very slow and subtle.
Much that goes into being a chef, more than
Okay, we're in commercial for about 1 minute, guys. Everyone is doing fantastic.
in the kitchen from start to finish. Clean up.
Our peak viewers so far, between the Instagram behind the scenes and between the actual stream, we had 33 concurrent viewers. Pretty impressive, guys.
It really depends on where you are, what you're doing.
Camera operators, you guys good?
The area that you're in.
Cool. All right.
I love
Talent, you guys good?
You guys doing good up there. Good job.
Home stretch, guys. Home stretch.
He's injured. Don't forget, Robert Woods is
I've
injured.
always been in the restaurant business my whole life, and I love working in the industry.
You ready to come back in? In 5.
Cruz, come to you in 4, 3, 2, 1. Cruz, we're on you.
We hit 10 on Instagram.
Welcome back to ABP's Upgrade Day, a Super Bowl special, where we get right back into football with talking about how Cincinnati's only been in the Super Bowl 2 times, and both times were in the 1980s against San Francisco. They haven't won yet.
This mic could be a little bit hotter.
It was kind of
Caden.
cool seeing that San Fran almost made the Super Bowl against the Rams. It was kind
Gotta
of
stay
cool
focused
game.
on your task, please.
And if they would have gone to the Super Bowl with the Bengals, it would have been a rematch again. But I'm happy that the Bengals were in that first place.
And that's a big thing. I'm finally happy.
23, you're live.
Have to hate the Bengals because they're so bad. You know what I mean? They're finally making a name for themselves. They're finally not the joke of the league anymore. And I think they'll continue to make a name for themselves and move themselves up.
Just trying to check audio and everything. Make sure that we're all.
Also, going back
Xander?
to
Number 1, you're live.
the last time they were in a Super Bowl was the one against
Xander,
the
you're
Patriots.
there and you're
Lowest
here
scoring,
at the same
Super
time?
Bowl in history, pretty
What a
boring.
multitasker.
And and obviously the Patriots won that game. But the last time they
Legendary.
actually won a Super Bowl was in 1999. It was that preseason, their star quarterback that they had just, their starting quarterback was injured in the preseason, and he was out for the season, carted off the field. And they had to bring in this lowly backup, Kurt Warner, and then he led that team to a Super Bowl victory. They made the tackle 1 yard short of the end zone, and then that spawned the greatest show on turf, which was Kurt Warner, Marshall Falk, Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, just so many offensive playmakers. And I think that having so many offensive playmakers definitely helps. I mean, both the Bengals and the Rams have amazing offensive playmakers, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. They have a very great offense. Defense, I think the Rams have a little bit of an edge. And like you said earlier about the Bengals offensive line not being very great, and then having the Rams, a dominant defense like the Rams, I think the Rams definitely have an edge. But yeah, offensive playmakers definitely make a difference.
And going back on a little bit more,
Cruz, you're live.
the last time the Bengals were in the playoffs in general was 2015. So that was 7 years ago, 6 years ago. And that to me is kind of like it shows how long of a break they had before they even made the playoffs. And then they get in the playoffs and go to Super Bowl, like straight to Super Bowl. And in 2015 it was against the Steelers, it was the first round, and they lost, and that was actually what ended up changing their career, unfortunately. But it's just kind of, it's crazy that as soon as they make the playoffs after 7 years, they go straight to Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I think they have a lot of pressure on that, from that, because the fans of Cincinnati have a lot riding on it. They're like really excited. There's a lot riding on this Bengals team, and I think they're just taking that in and just using it to play good. Because I mean, to come in and be the Bengals, because I think everyone can agree the Bengals before have not a very good team, but to come in and go, like you said, Super
Brady's
Bowl.
doing great.
It's just impressive. And with this new generation of quarterbacks like Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, all these mobile quarterbacks.
Landon, give us a nice slow zoom out.
With Joe Burrow,
Nice and slow, as slow as you can go.
all through this playoff because it's
Okay.
all offensive line. Is
Check your focus.
You know what I mean? They don't have everything they need. So he has to get out of the pocket and make these throws, and to be able to do that is going to
Now
definitely
show off
for
that
sure
fancy
help,
graphic, you
not
know?
only in the Super Bowl, but in the future.
Beautifully designed by
And going back,
Our TV's a little crooked, but, you know, it doesn't matter.
we talked about how it's being played on the field. Nobody, obviously, nobody
Camera 4, you're live.
this matchup at the Super Bowl. And which kind of, I think it's a little bit unfair that it's being played at their home field because people in LA probably knew that it was being played at Sophie Stadium and they bought tickets just because it was close to them. And they didn't know the next time that would happen. And they were most likely probably
We definitely exceeded the time that I thought that the show would take. Like the total runtime was estimated 23:52. We're at 31:36.
Do you want to?
So I'm excited to see how that
No, we can let them finish at the point. I'm just saying that it was. Yeah, probably, you know, let them get another point or two across, and then we'll kind of go from
Going
there.
back to the mobile quarterback.
I know these guys could talk about football all day, but you know.
Decades ago, mobile quarterbacks were unheard of. Well, they were pretty much unheard of. There was a few exceptions, like Michael Vick.
Yeah, I would say so.
Dante
34.
Culpepper, Randall Cunningham. There were
Yeah,
a
and,
lot
yeah,
of
Super Bowl
there were
predictions,
some
and then make sure
who
too
were
that we get in
all
that
came
reading one last time.
Sort of.
We really want to promo that one.
Cannons for arms, but then they really couldn't get it to their guy. But now, as we've seen, Tom Brady recently retiring, and over the last few years, Philip Rivers, Eli Manning, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning.
I gotta say though, we're getting a lot of engagement this one. We get a lot of people commenting, and we're getting a lot of likes and stuff like that, so that's good.
A new era of quarterback and a new era of team. A lot of young players, and it's really, I think the Bengals team, being so young, encapsulates what the NFL is. Very.
Can we put their names up in a little while?
And I know in a couple of the games, these players.
I haven't really been paying too much attention, so I'm sure you've done it, but
I've been making points about
yeah, go for it.
how these are where legacies are made. These are where these types of games are really going to find the new Tom Brady.
Just like to, you know, bring them up every once in a while in case somebody tunes in, like brand new.
New versions of these old legends.
And not only with
It happens. Keep the comms clear, please.
Camera 3, live.
we're seeing it in other positions with Debo Samuel, who can
This
run
white
the
flag
ball
is
and
drifting.
then go down the field and catch the ball. It's turning into a different league, and it's exciting to see. I don't think football's ever been this exciting to watch. With Tyreek Hill, who can just take a dead sprint and beat anybody in the league, or Julio Jones, who can jump 4 feet off the ground and get up there and make a catch. I mean, it is really, really fun and jaw-dropping to watch football these days. With Patrick Mahomes can throw the ball in his hand and looking at the guy, or throw it with his left hand. It's really exciting to watch these young people make these impressive plays and kind of shape the NFL into the new football.
Alright, you guys want to wrap it up after this
Nobody's
point?
just standing there. And
Make sure that we wrap up with your guys' predictions, and then after that we have to get in that pre-show promo one last time, okay?
If they're having fun, and it's
Noah, nod your head if you understand.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how
Okay, subtle nod. I know.
I mean,
You got the point across. I made sense to you.
what's your guys' predictions on
Ken, you got a shout out. You guys are doing great. Hi, Ken.
Camera 1, you're live.
And also, encapsulate, good word, somebody's been using a thesaurus.
Camera 3, you're
I don't
live.
know who mentioned encapsulate, but I'm sure someone did.
On the Instagram.
Camera 4.
He definitely is number 4.
Like, no,
With all
no.
that being said, thank you guys so much for watching and hearing our thoughts on the Super Bowl.
But before we go, we want to remind you one last time to tune in
Music,
next Friday,
music,
February
music, music,
10
music.
a.m.
Focus, please.
2022 we talked to the student filmmakers for the first look at these films. The 2022 Student Film Press Pre-Show live on Facebook and YouTube next Friday at 10 a.m.
His mic's a little low too.
Thank you very much for watching.
Okay, and go ahead and go into the graphic. Keep music up, but mic's out, please. We're gonna let that roll for a minute before we do our credits. Okay, go ahead and bring up the credits now. Let that roll for a little while. Okay, slow fade out the music. Very, very slow as you can go. And we are going to end the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good job, everybody.
And we're out. That's it. Good show, everybody.